All right, week 10, man. All right, so we had I don't think I wrote down what your pick on this one. We had the
Huh?
Raiders. Yeah, the Broncos at home against the Raiders. I picked the Broncos. I don't know who you
Okay.
picked. I think you picked the
I
Broncos
definitely
too.
picked the Broncos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you had to
Broncos
pick
at
the Broncos.
home.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they were
yeah,
9.5 point favors and they won by three.
yeah. Didn't understand that, but yeah. I thought that they would beat them pretty handily at home, but it's a divisional game, so
It's a divisional games, and the Broncos offense is starting to stall. I think
yeah,
Nix is
yeah,
really, he's probably hitting that second year wall.
absolutely.
Well,
I mean, this is like a third game where they didn't really put no points up into the fourth quarter
right,
until late in
right.
the game.
Well, they didn't score in the fourth quarter this time. They scored seven in the second and three in the third, and that was it.
Oh,
Nothing in
okay.
the first,
Seven.
nothing in the fourth. So it's just one of those games, man. And your boy Geno Smith, I should say my boy Geno Smith. You know I always talk him up.
You
Man,
know
he
I
is
never
stinking.
liked Gino.
Yeah, I know you never liked him. Jesus, Geno.
uh-uh. He's Gino in right now.
Yeah, he's
He,
reverting back.
he is
Talk about
full
turning it back into a
Gino.
pumpkin. Talk about a pumpkin here. God, Geno. All
Yeah, he
right.
done got that paycheck slipper on his foot, and now he's good.
Yeah, you got to work so hard no more. I don't blame you,
There you
Geno.
go. There
All
you
right.
go.
Let's go. Let's go to the next one. The Sunday game, Sunday morning game in Berlin. It was in Germany. We had the Colts
Mhm.
as the home team against the Falcons. The Colts are 6.5 point favorites. You picked the Colts. I picked the Falcons, and the Colts won.
Yeah, close though.
This, yeah,
Very,
close
very
game.
close.
Winning overtime.
Yeah,
Winning
yeah.
overtime, and ended
Yep.
by Jonathan Taylor. Man, dude is having an MVP year.
Uh, and I like how he's hot. They lean on him. 32 carries. Who get 32 carries nowadays?
I know, right? It
Who
feel
gets
like the
32 carries?
1990s. Right.
Right. Nobody gets 32 carries anymore. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-mm.
I like how they leaned on him, even though he's quote unquote injury prone.
That
They
is
said,
true.
"Fuck it, forget it. We still gonna lean on him."
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So I
just
give him
show them.
props on that.
Yep. I'm rooting for the Colts, man. I mean, to do what they're doing without, the glory of Peyton Manning, the Peyton Manning days, to rebuild this franchise without Andrew Luck, is impressive, man. So, like what they're doing.
Absolutely. Yep.
All right. Next, the Bears at home against the Giants. You and I both went with the Bears, and the Bears won this game 24-20. Even though the Giants had like a 10 point lead in the third quarter. I think it was 17-10 or something like that, or
Yeah,
17-7.
man.
They had
Yeah.
a
Chicago
14 point
scored.
lead or somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, Chicago beat them 14-3 in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
You know? Yeah, Chicago's in these kind of games, and New York is in these kind of games where they could be winning the fourth quarter and pretty much controlling the game. I mean, it wasn't like they were super far up, but they were controlling the game. Looked like it. And in the fourth quarter, they were up 10 points,
Well,
20 to
Jackson
10.
Dart got knocked out of the game in the third quarter
Yeah,
with a concussion.
right,
And so they
right,
had to they had to go to Russell Wilson, and he did nothing.
right. But he came back though. Dart came back
I don't
in
think
that
he came
game.
back. I don't think he
Oh, he
came back
did?
in that game. Uh-uh.
Oh, I
No,
thought he came back at the end of that game.
no, I watched the end of that game. He didn't come back. Russell Wilson
Oh,
ended
wow.
that game, and the Giants had nothing, man. And that was the end of Brian Dable. I mean,
Yep.
all of a sudden now the Giants had seen enough.
Talk about that. Yeah, we ain't
Yes,
talking about that. Fired.
yes, fired. So Brian Dable is out as the
That's
coach of the
good.
Giants.
Yep. He up
Yep,
out of there.
yep. So. But Jackson Dart, we'll see. One of the things they need to learn to do is protect that kid and teach him how to slide. If he's going to run, you need to learn to slide because he's taking
Yeah.
hits and he can't handle those hits.
Way too many hits.
Yeah, and he's got a fumbling problem too. He's not holding on to the ball correctly as a runner. There's a way you should hold on to the ball, and he's holding on like a quarterback trying to run. So he needs to slide. So.
Yep.
All right, next, the surprise game, the big surprise, the Dolphins at home against the Bills. You and I both
Mm.
went with the Bills. The Bills were 9.5 point favors, a big upset. I had a
Yep.
feeling because these are division rivals, and the Dolphins won 30-13, man. What
Yeah.
an
And it
embarrassing.
actually looked like a trap. It actually looked like a trap.
I
where
think you said that.
yeah, just look kind of trappy
Yeah, it
going
did.
into the game. But I just couldn't see the Dolphins turning this around. They look so bad. They just look so bad. But this is something the Bills have done from time to
Yes.
time this year, aka against the Falcons,
Yep. Yep.
who lost 30-0 to the Panthers.
Right.
The Bills that known have been doing this, but for some reason, people just say, it's Josh Allen. Josh Allen just gonna keep winning. Uh, well, we see even against a defense he should have took advantage of, he couldn't really take advantage of. When he has a bad game, he really has a bad
He
game.
stinks it up. Yeah, you're right.
He
You're
he,
right.
he was
So,
looking just awful. He was looking
yeah.
awful, man.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know what to say. That game, and then they let A-Chain go crazy on him.
Mm.
Now, I
Now
already
he's
knew
been
that
having a
was a
good season.
possibility.
Yeah.
Yes, he's having a real good season. I already knew that the Buffalo Bills, they're actually worse in the league, not worse, the worst, but
One of
bottom
the
five
worst.
in the league against the
Rush
run,
defense. Yeah.
rush defense. So I
Yeah.
knew that A-Chain could have like a kind of sort of big day, not as big as he had, with the 170 and 3 touchdowns. I mean 2 touchdowns. He had 2 touchdowns.
On 22
Um,
carries.
on 22
107
carries.
and 22
Yeah,
carries. That's
eight
crazy.
yards a carry. Eight
Yeah.
yards a carry. And then had another 50 yards receiving.
Yeah.
So he tore them up. But like Bills, you can't lose this and then expect to win the division. You
Right.
just can't.
Right.
And I'm
Right.
almost ready to give it up to the Patriots. I think you predicted the Patriots to win the division.
I think I predicted the
You-
Patriots to win this division. And they got a
I
much
think so.
easier track to winning the division. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
All right. Don't look now. But the Vikings were at home against the Ravens, and the Ravens won
Mm,
this game 27-19. Lamar Jackson is back, and the Ravens are making a push to win the AFC North.
yeah.
Uh,
And
you and I,
they gave mhm,
you picked the Vikings. I picked the
picked the
Ravens.
Vikings. Yep. I thought the Vikings with the extra time to look at see what's coming. I know the Ravens was coming off a bye week and everything, but I thought that their defense would hold up a little better. But the problem was they couldn't sustain the offense. That's what the real
Exactly.
problem.
That's the real
And
problem.
and, and the Ravens gave him chance. They gave him a
Yep.
chance like several times. They hung around in that game, and they had many chances to come back and win that game, but they just couldn't score no points
Right.
when they needed to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean that
McCarthy's
little garbage touchdown they scored at the end made the game look better than what it was.
right. Yeah, McCarthy is
Yeah,
struggling, man. So we'll see how this works out for the Vikings. Even though they're 4-5, it's still just not. You would have thought this team would have been much better, especially with a superstar receiver like Justin Jefferson. So
yeah.
kudos to the Ravens. The Ravens, Lamar Jackson gets his 100th win in his career. Um, all right. Next, we have the Jets at home against the Browns. The Browns were
Mm.
actually favored in this game. I'm not sure what Vegas saw, but the Browns were favored. You and I both went with the Jets, and the Jets won 27-20. And
Ye- Yeah.
the
Um,
crazy part about it, I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm almost certain. Um, who's the Ravens? Who's the quarterback for the? Why am I blinking on his name?
for the Jets,
Yeah, for the Jets, Justin
yeah,
Fields.
Justin Fields.
I
He
want
had
to
50
say
yards
just
received,
that's what I'm about to
50
say.
yards,
I want to say he threw less than 100 yards. He threw for 54 yards
54
passing.
yards. Yep,
That's ridiculous.
yep.
54
Almost
yards passing. And they
54
won this game
yards passing.
27-20.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they had I
Um,
believe they had a punt return for a touchdown. They had a look, I can look it up right now. I
there
want
was
to
a
say
punt
that
return. I think he had a fumble return for a touchdown too. I
right.
believe it was.
A
Uh,
99-yard kickoff return. And they had a punt return for a
yeah,
touchdown.
that's what it was. A punt
Yes.
return and a kickoff return. Yep.
Yes. All that happened in the first quarter.
Yep.
Like I've told you before, the Browns are going to do Browns type stuff.
Yep. And this
Yeah.
was a 37 point over total. This was like one of the lowest totals of the day. 37 and a half points.
Mm.
So they were not supposed to score this many points like this.
No.
But when you have two special team returns, you know, that's going to change the score right there.
Right. Right.
Right.
All right, next we got the Bucks. The Bucks were at home against the Patriots. I picked the Patriots, you picked the Bucks. Patriots won this game 28-23 as the road team, man. A lot of props to the Patriots. Patriots are now 7-2 on the season.
The Patriots are for
8
real.
and 2. 8 and 2 on the season.
They are for
Patriots
real,
over.
man. The Patriots are for
Yeah.
real. That's
Yeah.
all I can say. They are for real now. They're not you can't play with them no more. Even though the Bucks were still real. I mean, they still had, two top receivers out. There
Yeah, a
was
lot of
top
injuries.
running back out. They weren't the full Bucks.
That's okay. They on the schedule. You got to beat them
Yeah,
down.
schedule. Gotta beat them. That's right.
Still got to beat him. And a
That's
lot of
right.
credit goes to the running back. I forget his first name. It begins with a T. Henderson is his last name.
Oh
At
yeah.
14 carries, 147 yards, had a big game against the Bucks. He had the one play at the end of the game, which was so funny. He had opened up so much space between him and the defenders that he looked to the sideline because it's at the end of the game and
Mhm.
looking at them like, do I score the touchdown
Yeah,
or do
yeah.
I deal?
He was basically trying to get a guidance for what he do. Do y'all want me to
Right,
go there?
right,
Yeah, just
right.
score. It's okay, score. And it was like, go, go.
Yeah, he like, do I score? Oh, okay. Then he ran in for the touchdown. That was kicks. I was like, wow, he got that much space between
Yeah,
him and the defenders.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
He had a lot of speed on that run too. He
Yeah,
was
he did.
way
He
out there.
did.
He
Yeah.
was way out there.
Uh, all right. Next, we have the Panthers at home against my Saints. The Saints won this game with rookie quarterback Tyler Shuck, 17-7. We both went with the Panthers on this, and we should have known this was a trap game for the Panthers, and the Saints won it.
Hmm. Yep.
So
Saints win it, and yeah, the rookie did his thing. What can I say?
he did his thing, man. 282 yards of 3 quarters of play because you gotta look at the fact that he didn't play much of the fourth quarter with Taysom Hill closing out the game for him. But
Mm.
still much props to him. He made a lot of good passes, man. And a lot of catchable balls. I'm gonna make that point again. Catchable balls. Ball placement matters. It doesn't matter how hard you throw the ball. It's about where you put it. So, all right, next game we had the Texans at home against the Jaguars. Uh, I picked the Jags, you picked the Texans.
Yeah,
Texans 1.5 point home favorites, and the Texans scored 26 points in the fourth quarter to win this game. They were down 29-10 going
man.
into the fourth.
I don't know how this
Insane.
happened. I just don't even know how it happened. I was thinking for sure, oh man, taking the bet no meals to do it. Come on now. But it's another one of those fourth quarter comebacks. It's been happening a lot this year,
It
man.
it has. It
A
has. It's
whole
insane.
lot this year. 26 to nothing in the fourth quarter. Mills. You,
Right.
you let Davis Mills do this?
For 292.
Uh, I'm surprised Jaguars quarterback, not quarterback, but coach wasn't fired after that one.
He should have, right?
Jeez, that one inexplicable. I don't
Yes.
know how that even happened. I thought for sure Jaguars was win this game. It looked the Texans looked lifeless. I didn't think there was no chance they was going to win this game.
I was
Well, that's
surprised.
NFL. That's football. That's NFL football.
I stopped paying attention to the game because I saw the score. I was like, oh, the Jags got this in the bag, 29-10.
Yep.
I'm gonna start watching something else. And
Yep.
yeah, and you know, my wife was like, the Texans won. The Texans won what? I was like, are you serious? The Jags were dominating this game. How did the Texans win this game? 26 points in the fourth quarter by the Texans.
Yeah, man.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, Mills just tore me up, man. I had his under and his passing
Mm,
yards.
mm.
That didn't work. He went crazy in the second half.
Yep.
Uh, yeah, I had all his receivers with unders, but of course, with all his
Mm.
passing yards, his receivers went over. So, yeah, shout out to them. They found a way to win, I guess.
Yeah, that's called good coaching. If you can
Yep,
pull that type of stuff off, good coaching. So,
absolutely.
and bad coaching by the Jags. But anyway. Next, we had the Seattle Seahawks at home against the Cardinals. You and I both went with the Seahawks, and the Seahawks won this game 44 to 22. This game was a 21 to nothing game in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean that happens when you have two defensive touchdowns off the break. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Yeah, it was just bad, and I kind of felt it was going to be, but yeah,
It,
it was just bad.
it,
I
it,
didn't think it was going to be this bad, but I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be,
uh, uh,
Seahawks season.
can we say that the NFC West has the best division in football?
That's what it looks like right now. I mean, depending on where you want to put San Francisco.
Right. San Francisco is the big question at 6-4. But
Hmm.
with the Rams dominating the way they are and way the Seahawks are dominating, maybe it's a top heavy best division in the league. I wouldn't even just say the conference. They are dominating. Man, I think you got to put the AFC North there with well no, the Jets and the Dolphins have been so bad. You can't even
Hmm.
count them.
Right.
They're really top heavy
You
with
probably put
the
AFC West better than that, because
yeah. I
still
mean,
got the Chiefs, the Chargers, and the Broncos.
Broncos, right.
Yeah.
Raiders are awful, but yeah, you got those three.
Yep.
So yeah, no, Seahawks and the Rams have been dominant. The Seahawks dominated this game. This was not competitive at all. 44 to 22, Seahawks.
Terrible.
And speaking of the Rams and the 49ers were at home against the Rams, and Matthew Stafford went crazy with
Mm.
4 touchdowns as the Rams won this game 42 to 26. I picked the Rams, you picked the 49ers, and the Rams won it.
Yep. Um, yeah, I don't know what to say. They dominated them from the
They
very
did.
beginning. From the very beginning. Defense and offense. The San Francisco just couldn't score.
No,
There was
no.
no place.
Yeah, the Rams have a really good defensive line. They put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. So the Rams have it all right now, offense and defense, and they just suffocate you. And the 49ers
Yep.
had no chance in this game.
And may have the two top receivers in the league
Oh, yeah, for sure.
right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. Making Matthew Stafford's job really easy. So
Yeah,
they got it all right now.
I believe Devontae Adams is leading the league in touchdowns right now.
It's possible. I didn't even think about that.
Think he has 18 touchdowns.
Now, look that up, dude. That seems like a lot. That seems
It
like a
really
lot.
does. It
I,
really does. I think he had two, three touchdown games.
we got to look that up, dude. That seems like an awful lot. I mean, that hold up,
Oh,
we're gonna look that one up. 18
let's look
touchdowns
this
on the
up.
season. You sure about
Let's
that?
look- Hold on.
We got to look that up.
Right,
Like
let's see.
we got to pause
No,
this recap to look this
no,
up.
no, 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 no. That's not it.
Okay,
This says nine touchdowns.
all right,
That's what I
nine
see. Like,
touchdowns.
what I see? What I see? They say
Uh,
somebody say yeah. Maybe he's leading the receivers in touchdowns.
maybe
Maybe
so,
that's
but
what
he
it
got
is.
no 18 touchdowns.
That
Let's
ain't
get ready to
18.
see.
It ain't
Yeah,
18.
okay, okay.
I could have
18
sworn I
is a
heard somebody
lot.
say 18. 18 is a whole lot, especially early in the season.
Yeah,
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 that is a
no.
lot.
Okay, all right. Let's get ready to
All right,
see, dude. Yeah,
misspoke.
all
I
right,
heard that
all
somewhere
right.
else.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, all right. Back to the recap. Jeez. All right. Speaking of blowouts, we had the Commanders at home against the Lions. You and I both went with the Lions. The Lions were 9.5 point favorites. You told us to bump that up because that ain't enough. And the
Bump it
Lions won it,
up.
bump it
I
up.
said 16 or 19.
And they won by 22. 44 to 22.
Yeah, I said bump that joint up to either 16 and a half or 19 and a half, dog. Because
Wow.
this, you know Campbell. Campbell is a revengeful,
Yeah, he's
you know what I'm saying?
vengeful.
And they remember that
Vindictive.
ass whooping they took it home in the playoffs, too.
Right,
And what
right.
people were saying, including Washington fans and players, as
Yeah,
they did. So
yeah, yeah. He
he
got his
definitely
revenge.
tried to put it up. Yeah, he did. Oh my God.
He got his revenge against the Ben Johnson. Now he got his revenge against the Commanders. So, yeah, yeah. Rooting for them and the Colts, man. A Super Bowl with the Colts and the Lions would be awesome, man.
And by the way, this is the fourth game in a row that Washington has lost by 20 points,
Yeah, yeah,
20 plus points. 4 games in a row, you lost by 3 touchdowns.
yeah,
Whew.
yeah,
How the
yeah.
mighty have fallen.
It's falling. And those Commanders fans are quiet. No text messages from Danny.
Oh boy, no JD5 text?
No JD5 text. None of that.
J5, J5, don't die, J5, no J5.
That meme was
Oh,
funny.
oh, that's hilarious me.
Oh my goodness. All right. Next, Chargers were at home Sunday night against the Steelers. You and I both went with the Chargers. Chargers won this game 25-10. The
Yep.
Chargers 2.5 point
I was like, this is the
favorites.
last game. If the Chargers don't do it this time, I can't bet on it no more.
Right.
I can't say
Right.
no more.
Yeah,
If the
they
Chargers
they
don't do
couldn't
it
lose this
today.
game. They
Yeah,
could not lose this game. They
yeah,
had to win this. So
yeah.
they're back on
Steelers,
track.
Steelers did a non-scoring thing again. You know, they do
Yep.
that from time to time where they just can't score for some reason or another.
Yep.
And yeah, they did it again.
Yep. Did it again. All right, and then lastly, we had the Monday night game. We talked about this, the Packers and the Eagles. The Packers only scored 7 points in the fourth quarter, lose this game 10-7. How terrible is that?
How about the first half was 0-0?
Yes, first half
Okay.
0-0.
And this is what I'm talking about. Like Serrani, I didn't think there was no way. I was like, okay, Philly not gonna win this game because they can't score. You know what I'm saying? And Green Bay's at home. They're in the cold. They're gonna figure it out. Well, neither of them really kind of figured it out, but eventually Philly was the first thing to break through and
Right,
hit that touchdown in the
that
fourth quarter.
long touchdown. Yeah,
Yeah, they ain't scored a touchdown until the fourth quarter. That was the first touchdown of the game.
right. They opened it up with a 10-0 lead, and then the Packers finally get on the board. So they made a game of it. But yeah,
Yeah.
what a boring game to watch. I cut it off.
It really was. I mean, I had some investment. I needed Philly to lose. Um, but yeah, so I stayed up and watched it, and I had the under, but the under was so way under that they wasn't
Mm.
in danger of losing at all. Um, but yeah, this is what I was talking about. They find a way to win them ugly games like this.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying the terribly ugly games.
Thanks for joining us again. We do this thing every week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Holla.